You want to see how I rigged this 25,000 BTU old air conditioner out of that hole in the wall behind me? Stay tuned, because that's what we're going to be doing today. Good morning. Welcome to another Memphis Monday. Today, up in my upper left-hand corner here is an air conditioner I installed about 10 years ago. Well, guess what happens to air conditioners after about 10 years? They demanufacture themselves. Well, this one has died, and I called an air conditioning company, and they didn't want to fiddle with it because I think they think it's too hard. You got to jack it up and all that business, and it's just not worth it. So I think I'm going to try to install it myself, and I'd tell you how I'm going to do that, except I don't know yet. So let me come back when I have a plan. Well, whatever plan I come up with is going to involve sliding this heavy-duty workbench, which is on wheels, by the way, sliding it over to the right, about 2 feet, and building some kind of a platform up on that bench where I can slide that thing out. Well, this is what I came up with. I'm using the dunnage technique to rig this thing out, but I don't have anything wide enough to keep it from being tippy. So I'm making my own dunnage by just taking some scrap plywood and sandwiching a couple of 2x4s together, and then I can stack it. Every 2 rows gives me 9 inches. So let me make a couple more and see how it's progressing. Hey, we're getting there. How many inches to go? 8.5 inches to go. Well, one more layer makes it about, a 1/4 inch or an inch too high, and you can't have that. Can't have to. Because you can't lift it up in that frame because it'll bind. It has to be just a little bit lower than the bottom of the air conditioner. So to fix that, I got some four by fours or 6x6s or whatever they are. There's my dunnage in the right place. It's all held together with drywall screws. It's solid. It's not tippy. Now the theory is all I have to do is just pull that air conditioner right out onto this dunnage. So let's see if that works. Okay, now I'm gonna answer the question that some of you probably having. Why'd I go to trouble of taking this thing out on the dunnage? Well, the theory is that I'll be able to remove these pieces of dunnage one at a time. For example, take this one out, hold it up, take this one out, let it down, and then just step it down to the workbench. That's the theory. Let's see if it works. All I'm doing is putting a couple of drywall screws in there. Okay, now I've got the drywall screws attached to the front so that it won't slide off the end. Let's go around the back and see if it works. Problem is, once I get halfway good at this, I'll be done. And that's all she wrote. Well, it's out. It's a total wreck. I just want to make sure I got this on film when I lift this thing up with a cherry picker and hook to that skinny, flimsy sheet metal bracket right there. It's held in with a couple of tiny screws. If this thing holds, it'll be a miracle. But here we go. I got everything pulled away so that when she comes crashing down, it won't hurt anything. I was tempted to keep this thing and maybe try to reuse the motor or the compressor or something. But you know, that's how you end up with a garage full of junk. Here's my new AC unit. It's 20 amps, 230 volts. It's rated for up to 1,600 square feet. 1,600 square feet would be 40 by 40. My shop is 40 by 30. So my shop has 1,200 square feet. So I'm good. I'm going to read the directions. The garage is finished in this half-inch plywood, and when I put that air conditioner in, I trimmed it unbelievably with these 1-inch deck boards, I guess because I had them. And I pounded them in with nails, big old, looks like big old spikes. So anyway, I got to remove this trim because the air conditioner's got to go right up against that opening. Now to me, this is a real mystery. I don't know why I would do this. Use 1-inch treated deck board for trim, and then put all these nails in it. Look at that. I mean, these is giant 3-inch nails, and I think maybe I thought I was reinforcing the insulation of the air conditioner because it's so big and awkward. That must have been the only thing. What I'm doing here is framing the sides. Over here you can see what I'm talking about. Putting in these 2x4s in the sides here. Might get by without it, but it doesn't seem like a way to do business. I don't think I'll use 3-inch nails this time. Well, you hear that quiet sound over my left-hand corner. That's now a fully installed air conditioner. I did it all by rigging, but how can I put this? Don't do what I did. I don't even know why I did it. It's just, I like to do that kind of stuff, but it was really stupid. I could have got somebody, my next door neighbor, to come over. We'd put that thing in about 5 minutes, and it wouldn't have been a problem. I just did it for adventure work. I don't recommend it. You saw how precarious it was. It was stupid, so don't do it. All right, that's it for another Memphis Monday. I'll trim this thing and clean up my mess and all that later, but pretty excited to get this new air conditioner in. Do you hear this? Do you hear this sound? The sound of quiet. A couple of my videos you couldn't even hear me talk for the fans. Of course, I still have to run the fans, you know, when I'm doing carpentry work, woodworking work. But when I got a non-dusty job, I can use my air conditioner. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday.